street, I had a dream about a multicolored rainbow of people living together.
I had one of the best Christmases ever. I remember I first got my Nintendo 64.
We came down here on a trip and got stranded here and been here 15 years.
And I was pregnant my senior year.
The summer of my freshman year, I was locked up. I went to jail for mob action.
I had to make family through friends.
You have to become a wolf in order to survive.
You know, there's always a struggle with everything, you know.
I never had a mother-daughter relationship, pretty much. I mean, I lost it all when I was 10.
LifeHouse extended their hands out to me and just grabbed me, and it was the ultimate blessing that I can ever get. It was like the best thing ever that happened to me.
I had a dream.
My mother was 16 years old when she had me. She already had a son, but at that time, due to our living situations and her being a young age, my mother used to sell crack cocaine. Actually, you can call her a queen pin. She was in the gang. Actually, she was a predominant leader of the gang. So was my father. The environment that I was in, they would never want me to be in it, but due to the situations, it was no choice. I was around it all from birth, but it was never educated to me like, this is what you should do. Actually, it was the totally opposite. Coming from where I come from, you gotta do what you gotta do for your family. Soon enough, my mother matured, went back to school. Even then, we were still well kept up. One moment we living in this fabulous neighborhood, and next thing you know, everything flipped. My brother was in the game. And the more and more I hung out with him, the more and more I wanted to be involved. But he was like, you stupid. I'm gonna give you what you want. He ended up getting shot. Like when that happened, I lost it. The second time my brother got shot, and I was like, yep, it's time to go. And, that was my sign, like, dude, this ain't for you.
With my mom, it was good for a while, and then until we got taken away from her, she was into using that. With my dad, it was really good and strong, but I didn't get along with his wife, and she had her own addiction. My sister and I were always grounded because we were sticking up for my mom all the time. She got all her rights revoked, so we weren't supposed to have contact, but we did. We would reach out to her. She didn't really talk to us about it. I was pretty independent at that point. I mean, I did everything. I got a job when I was 14. When I was 16, I got into an argument with my dad's wife, and she ended up kicking me out. Then I went out to Bethany, and I was there for about a week. I didn't have anything out there, you know, so then I ended up leaving, just walking out, and had the meeting, and then that's when they told me about LifeHouse.
I lived in Utah till I was like 4, and then my mom, we came down here on a trip and got stranded here and been here 15 years. We came down here, I came with no shoes. My mom had no money. We were staying in a shelter. It was hard because many of the people I met, we were all living in the shelter, and them were the only people I knew, you know. I don't know, it was kind of rocky because when I got into my teens, I was acted out like I was a really troubled child. It started when I was in elementary school. I was young and I was fighting, and then it continued me through middle school, and then I got kicked out of school, and then I became an alcoholic when I was in high school, and I got out of control. My whole 9th grade I was a 3.0 student, but I was never there, so I was always in truancy court, and I was also in court just for my juvenile problems, and I wasn't given the chance to show myself again, show myself I want to be here, and they pretty much kicked me out of school, so since then I didn't really care. That's when I kind of got in the downtown population. I was young, I was 13, and I didn't know nobody, and it was just people around that they were older and they were doing drinking and they were going to hang out and do whatever they wanted to do, and I had to be home at a certain time. So I felt well, I'm not going to do that, I'm just run away, and And then I started realizing like my friends weren't my friends. They were only around me because I was having the money to support all of our habit. And I kind of looked at myself and realized like that's not who I am. I'm way better than that. I have potential for so much more. And I have people out there that will get me to there, so why don't I? I kind of just been on the right path ever since, I guess.
This lady came up to me and was like, "This your first time at LifeHouse?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Come on," and she took her arm around me. And now from that point on, I've been dealing with LifeHouse.
First of all, the staff is like a really big thing to do.
Once I realized like what they've done for me and how much they are doing for me, I just learned to appreciate them a lot. I mean, everything that I know now, I learned from LifeHouse.
Everybody was around here.
They helped me out a lot when it came to my daughter.
They helped me through it every step of the way. They helped me through it. I can't thank LifeHouse more. I'm just so grateful that I was able to find an organization like this.
If you actually take the time to care and listen to it, like you'll get that same care and respect back.
It's really up to you whether or not you want to stay in the situation that you're in or go out and eventually do something with yourself. Trust me, I know your story, man. I was there. I was the main character of the story, you know. But it's ways out. Don't give up. Hold your head up high.